Hi everyone, Will here with Focus Live. Well, a significant flooding event has hit the South Island, as you may know if you've been following along at nzherald.co.nz, and to explain exactly what is going on, Georgina Griffiths from Met Service, it's supposed to be summer. This is horrendous.
Well, you wouldn't get this type of rain if it wasn't summer because it's been so hot and moist ahead of this front, and when you squeeze it up and over the Southern Alps, that's how you get the volumes of rain we've seen.
A metre of rain in 60 hours, is that right?
Yeah, over a metre at Milford Sound. We know we've had significant rain in the Westland Southern Alps, so right up the top of the ranges, up to 350 millimetres. But the good news, the worst is nearly over. So that front has moved through Westland and it's weakening rapidly. Now the red heavy rain warning is in force until 4 p.m, but after that we're on the improve.
Talk about that red warning. This is the first one you've ever issued, right? That's a lot of rain, a lot of people trapped, like we said, and yeah, over a metre in 60 hours.
So the red heavy rain warnings are only issued for the most intense and significant weather events. We also can issue those for damaging wind events, and we hold those in our back pocket for those most damaging events. A couple of times a year we'd expect to get into those red warnings. And since we initiated that scheme, the colour-coded scheme in May last year, this is the first one. I guess it was a combination of things. The forecasters worked with National Emergency Management and decided that given the pre-rain that we had, it was already pretty wet down there, and the volume of rain that we expected, that this was going to be a highly impactful rain event.
Did we see it coming? Because obviously the tourists got trapped and that kind of thing. What, were people just not really listening, or was it just, so sudden?
Not sudden, well forecast, talking with people nice and early around this red warning. I think it's just a matter of can you move people out of some of those South Island tourist destinations in time. The roads have been closed. We've had a number of slips, significant slips and significant flooding down there. And of course we haven't quite finished with this event yet because those eastern rivers are still rising. So the lakes have been full at the top of the Southern Alps and some of that rain will migrate down. So just keep in touch with your local authorities. They'll be talking to people.
Yeah, you said about 4 o'clock today for the end of this one. Have we got another one coming? Is this sort of set to continue?
No, the good news, of course, is that the Western North Island sees very little from this front, so great. It's weakening rapidly as it comes up and visits the North Island overnight. So we shouldn't, unfortunately, the places that really need the rain, North Island, which is very parched soils at the moment, we don't see more than a couple of showers with this feature by the time it comes on tonight and overnight.
Humid though?
No, we lose the humidity. So there's a couple of pluses with this thing once it's through. We go to a very cold southwest change for the time of year down south. Highs in the next few days are 14 at places like Invercargill and Dunedin. Quite a big change in temperature. The heat's gone even for the North Island. So instead of 30 to 32 degrees like we're seeing in Gisborne, Hawke's Bay today, we might have temperatures in the mid-20s for the North Island for the next few days. And it makes for a cooler, a cooler regime for a few days. It's dry. It's also a very settled few days coming up for the Waitangi and long weekend.
That's exactly what I was asking. What's it looking like for Waitangi and long weekend?
Good for the whole of the country. I mean, overall, it's a settled Waitangi day, particularly for, up in the Bay of Islands itself.
Sure.
Still warm, highs are 24, 25, light wind, sea breeze, some sunshine. It's a great mix for Waitangi day, particularly in the north of the country. But it's a generally settled 4 or 5 days. We do see another southwest change move up the country. Late it's Saturday for the South Island, stronger southwest behind it for Sunday. So, but generally that doesn't have too many showers with it, and it's another cold pulse.
Right, I will keep the kōrero going with regard to that Waitangi weekend weather. Georgina, thanks so much. We'll have breaking news throughout the day at nzherald.co.nz, including the developments of the clean-up down there in the South Island as well. Bye for now.